So, public service announcement. Towel racks are not jungle gyms. They're not pull-up bars. They're not monkey bars. Towel racks are designed to hold towels. Hey guys, it's Cypris. Welcome back to the wild and welcome to Love This House. We're in my bathroom today. This is the condition that the towel rack was in when I moved into the house. There was clearly a little munchkin living here that wasn't housebroken because somebody leaned on this and yanked on it pretty hard. Or it could have also been a stoned adult backing into it. Who knows? But whatever happened, this thing is not functional. It keeps falling off the wall. I immediately, when I moved in, put it back on the wall and it came back loose. So I took it apart. I got some good wall anchors. I put it back on nice and snug the right way, and it still came back off because what has happened, it got yanked on so hard. Well, actually, I'll pull this off. We gotta do it anyway. Well, it wasn't that difficult. So these are the mounting brackets, and as you can see, they're kind of U-shaped. They're not supposed to be U-shaped. They go on the wall like this, and you can see that they have actually been bent so hard that they've lost their shape. So this one's not quite as bad. So it is impossible to use these brackets to mount this towel rack on the wall. These are toast. I probably could have searched and found fresh brackets, but at this point I am so frustrated with this thing, I'm ready to have a new one. And I had hoped to put off getting a new one until I actually redo this bathroom. But this towel rack, there's no way it would last a couple of years to get me through. So I went out and got a really cheap towel rack. It has the mounting hardware. Some of the options that were even cheaper didn't even come with mounting hardware. I think they just screw right into the drywall. I don't know how those are supposed to stay on the wall. So I was lazy. It was 9 o'clock at night. I went to the Walmart to get this. I did not go to the hardware store. When I do this right, when I do the whole bathroom, I will go to a proper hardware store to get the materials, but I just needed something to get me through. This is what I found. It was 30 bucks, 32 bucks for the whole set. This was the only towel rack in this bathroom, which means you wash your hands. You're actually in the sink right now. You guys, you are sitting on my sink counter. Don't do that at home. To wash your hands, you have to then drip and dry off here. So the fact that this is a set and has the hand towel ring means I can put a towel closer to where you're washing your hands so there's less drip trail. And while we're at it, the toilet paper holder, I think it's a really good idea because the one that's here is made of wood. And you know my feelings on wood near toilets. There's no way to really clean it. So once I thought about it, I was like, so we're gonna do all the fixtures. They'll match, they'll be sanitary. I can put towels on this without praying that it's not gonna fall down, and I'm gonna walk you through it. The first thing I'm gonna do is get these old wall anchors out of here. And you can actually see on the wall here, you can see that somebody actually redid this at one point and patched it in, and the problem actually happened multiple times. So I'm guessing it was a little hoodlum rather than somebody who was inebriated, because it just really. So we're gonna pull these anchors. That's not gonna work. Right tool for the job. Yeah. Now I don't actually know where the studs are on this wall. It would be nice to have at least one of the sides of the new towel bar attached firmly into a stud, but somebody actually did a pretty decent job mudding. I think there's a stud right here. I can kind of see it. That's a trick for finding studs. If you've got a light shining on the wall and you can usually see where the studs are. But in this case, I don't know, I feel like I'm guessing. And I don't have a stud finder. But really, you don't need to have a towel rack attached to studs. You just need to have it installed appropriately and not do chin-ups on it. That's the secret. Don't do chin-ups on your towel rack. Let me get this old one out of the way. I don't want to step on it. It'd be worse than Legos. Okay, so the very first thing I want to do is to fix this mess. This feels a little like it's not supposed to. I'm wondering if this is really old. Ooh, okay. I'm guessing this is pretty old. I've never seen joint compound do that. This has got to be the stuff that I got recently. It feels better. Fresh, new joint compound and an old rusty blade. Yeah, that's gonna be a bumpy mess. Normally I would probably like sand this all down. Normally I'd let this dry and then paint over it, but this bathroom is so trash that a little bit of drywall spackle on the wall isn't going to be noticeably unfinished looking. So we're just gonna roll like that. I don't feel like painting the entire bathroom when I know I'm gonna be tearing it apart and redoing it in 2 years. I'm gonna make sure these get closed up well enough. It'd be really bad to let it dry out or get moldy. Like, what the heck was with that other one? 24-inch bar. It's pretty skinny. Like I said, this was a really cheap set, but it just has to stay on the friggin' wall. That's all it has to do. This is the ring for the hand towel. So that's going to go over here. I'll show you that when we get to it. Instructions, and I believe there's a template in here. And toilet paper holder. There we go. There's the mounting brackets and the hardware. Oh, that tiny little Allen wrench. Can you see that? It has this tiny little Allen wrench. I've got a screwdriver that I can use way better, easier, faster. I'm not sure how I feel about these wall anchors. They look like they're probably the cheapest ones available. I thought I had some really good wall anchors, and I'm really sad because I just have little 22-pound ones. But really, if there's 2 in each side, that's 88 pounds that they should hold. It's still not the best way to do it, but as long as I don't have anybody doing chin-ups in here, it should last me the 2 or 3 years I need to get by. And then we've got another set of hardware for the toilet paper roller and one for the towel rack. So, oh my goodness, and they have a little Allen wrench in every single one of these. And I know that they're exactly the same. How many of you have a drawer in the kitchen that's got like 8 different miscellaneous Allen wrenches in it? Yeah, I'm saying. And then this is nice. They put this in cardboard to keep it from scuffing up. There's the arm for the towel rack. I like the shape. It may be a cheap set, but I like the color and I like the shape. So much more aesthetic than the simple white industrial bar. Also, it should actually work, which I'm stoked about. Here's the other one. When you're installing these, you want to make sure that there's this screw in here, and this is what tightens it to the bracket to hold it against the wall. You want to make sure this goes on the bottom. It would be real easy to install this upside down, and I've seen it done, but that's dirty and gross and unsightly. So, word to the wise, plan it out a little bit. I'll turn you back around here so you can see what we're doing. So this should fit on the wall, something like this. This would be closer to the sink, but I don't want to bump it. I want to see actually how well the door does with this. Ooh, not quite. Alright, so I'm going to want to install something where the door hits the wall, or where it should hit the wall, so that it closes and doesn't damage the rack. So that's going to be something I do. Probably not today because I wasn't planning on it. The other rack doesn't block the door. I'll just have to be careful with it. And since I don't have any little ones running around the house, I don't have to worry about the door being slammed. So we can go a little bit before making that happen. Alright, what do these tell us to do? Template. That looks about right. I'm trying to eyeball this. There's no real need to get it at an exact height, I don't think. Yeah. Where do I want this? I think that's about right. Can I go through that without... Oh good, it did leave a little impression. So I'm tracing over X marks the spot and then it's leaving a little mark on the wall. I'll have to double check that. I'll have to grab my tape measure. These marks are 1 inch. That worked out. Now, did I hold it level? Let's check. Level may be a moot point in this house. None of the floors are straight, but it would be nice for the towel rack to be level. Where are my marks? That is so far off of level. Where's my pencil? Yeah, we're like a little more than a quarter off. Quarter inch. Oh, hold on. That should be level. That's not. 1 inch. Okay, now we've got it level, which means it's probably not flush right with the floor, but is it seriously level? That looks so far off level. So here's where you have to decide, is it going to be level or is it going to be square with the room? Dang it. I'm going to try level and see how bad it looks. It's not worth taking the time to really figure it out because this is a temporary measure. And if I really hate it, just pull it up and do it again. It's always a good day when I get to use the drill. Alright, what size screw hole do I need? Let's start with that size. I am going to drill holes for the hardware mount onto the wall, and I'm going to start with just the pilot hole just in case I'm wrong and there are studs under one or both of these. I don't think so, but we'll find out. Did I hit a stud? It kind of felt like I hit a stud, but it kind of also didn't feel like I hit a stud. That's really weird. Is it possible there are 2 layers of drywall in here? Anything's possible. Let's see, I'll drill the second hole. It does look like there's a little bit of sawdust in here. I hate it when you get your wood drill bit stuck in the back of your drill. I'm not convinced that there isn't a stud back here, so we're gonna see if I can put this through and if it hits something or not. Well, I'll be. That's exciting. We did hit a stud. Haha! Well, at least now we know where one of the studs is. How did I do that? How did I just magically... I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that one felt more the way I thought it should feel. We went all the way through, just real easy. And even some insulation came back out. I don't know why this wall is insulated, but that's actually good because you want to insulate the bathroom walls, right? For sound. It's also possible that it just happened to fall through from the attic to It shouldn't have. This isn't balloon construction, but anything's possible. You can see from the, I should probably clean these. I've been using the heck out of these ever since trying to get this house set up to live in. Alright, I gotta decide which of these wall anchors looks heavier duty, and I gotta admit that the one that they sent it with looks a little heavier duty to me. Mine's the white one, and theirs is the gray one. I think we're gonna go ahead and use the ones that they provided, since I was silly and forgot that I used up all of my good anchors on hanging heavy picture frames. Alright. This one we're not going to drill for the wall anchors because there's a stud back there. We don't need the anchors. This one, there's no stud. We definitely need the anchors. I'm actually kind of happy that this is the one that is with the stud because it's closest to the sink. This is the one that's more likely to get bumped into. So this one's going to be more solid. So that makes me happy. I think this is going to work out better. Ooh, more insulation. That's pretty pink. That doesn't look like it's come down from the attic. So they must have insulated the bathroom for sound. Yay. Alright, taking the little wall anchor here and checking out. Oop, that's definitely too small. I don't want to force it in and mess it up. Next size up. Insulation going everywhere. Don't breathe. Yep, that's still a little tight. I want it to be snug enough that I have to kind of tap it in with the hammer, but not so snug that I ruin the shape of it and the structural integrity of it, forcing it in. Done that before. Oh, I probably should have just looked up what size to use. This is a little tedious sometimes if I guess wrong. Yeah, one more. Play with drill bits all day long. Alright, that's gotta be the right size. Does it really want me to drill a 1/4 inch hole? Oh, nope, 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 there we go. See how I can just kind of get it in there, but it's like tough. So I can, and I want to hammer it, not so hard that I dent the wall, but hard enough that this kind of gets kind of sort of pressed into the wall. Because that's how I like it. That sounded wrong. Those don't look like they're 100% on top of each other. So now, install the brackets. I don't know what these initials are for in here, but you'll notice there's arrows. I believe those arrows are pointing up because that's the direction that needs to go up, although they seem pretty symmetrical. But just in case, we'll go ahead and put the arrow in the up position. Sometimes in older houses, the wood has had time to really get hard. And so screwing into the old pine that has sat for, 45 years, it needs a little extra encouragement to get that screw in there. Won't be an issue on this side since this side is just for wall anchors. How do you like sitting on the sink? Best seat in the house? That just looks funky to me. How did I do that? I maybe have a crooked... How did I do that? I don't know. Freaking heck. Double check your work. Triple check your work. Always. Oh, and it turns out I forgot my little screwdriver that I need, but I do have the Allen wrench here. Yeah, I want my screwdriver. Would you believe that with all of these options, this little screwdriver doesn't have a single hex head? I've got star heads and not hex head. Who thought of that? Wait, why? I'm gonna go find my hex heads. Okay. So I got my other set. It's more of a sort of ratchet type situation. I know I've got hex head. Do I have a small hex head? I may be stuck with that little Allen wrench. Hex head does not go very small. Dang it. I'm gonna have to do this the hard way with the frickin' Allen wrench. I'm so sad. I thought I was prepared better, and clearly my little do-it-all screwdriver cannot do it all. I've already got drywall paste on my new rod. There we go. See, this is why you don't work on the house in nice clothes. This part gets really tedious if you're having to do this with an Allen wrench. I don't know why they don't just send a straight Allen wrench. I guess you wouldn't recognize it as an Allen wrench, but still I think it would catch on pretty quick. And then we could just like, what am I doing? I'm tightening this one. I better not tighten the other one. I gotta get the rod in here. Alright, before I finish tightening that, oh, alright. My little slip-up's not gonna cost me. Alright. Before we go too far with that, how close to level is this? Yeah, that's pretty darn close. This one could go up just the tiniest bit. That was too far. There we go. Totally level. Oh, the tedium. It's starting to get snug. Yeah, that's nice and snug. I don't want to overdo it and strip things out. Oh my goodness, I've got a towel rack in here. Now, had I been doing this the slow way, I probably would have waited for this to dry and then sanded it before I put the new rack up, because this is going to be more difficult to sand with the rack in the way. But I am going to come back in later and touch this up. But for now, it's good enough. I really should think about getting a new one of these. This is pretty trashed. Oh. Or I don't need to sing. I can actually insert a sound effect, can't I? Here we go. I can put towels on this thing now. And in a few minutes, I won't have to put this on here. Those don't match, because I'm putting up the towel ring as well. But we can make it look pretty for now. Ah. Alright, hand towel ring. Like I said before, this is going to make it a lot easier to have a towel to dry your hands right by the sink so you're not dripping water everywhere. Now ideally I would place it over the sink countertop, something like this maybe, because that way the drips stay where the drips can go. But problem, there's a vanity right here, and that's not an okay thing. So this is gonna break that or something. It's a really good reason not to have a vanity cabinet like this. Like, have the cabinet off to the side and put the mirror above the sink. But what are you gonna do? Until I redo this place, this is where we're at. So I could hang it down below the door, but obviously that's not gonna leave enough room for a towel. So what we're left with is over here on this side, which is actually pretty convenient because it's right-handed, but it is gonna leave us dripping over a little bit, which is not ideal, but it's a lot better than dripping all the way over to the other towel rack. So we're minimizing the situation, and when I redesign this bathroom, I can worry about those ergonomic things and set it up right in the first place. So now it's just a matter of figuring out where the heck do we want it, where does it look good. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm feeling it somewhere like right here. This leaves the grabby part of the towel in a pretty good line that doesn't end up hitting this. So I think about right here, clearly there was something here already. I don't know if this would have been it for a towel. It seems kind of low to me. Maybe it was a toothbrush holder, I don't know, but I haven't bothered to clean up the wall because there's holes in it everywhere. And excuse my mess on the sink here. This is my workbench for the moment. I just took a piece of wood that I had and put it over the sink so I'd have a flat surface to put the tripod on, put some tools on. But now you're standing in the doorway. I just need to make sure that the screw holes are exactly an inch apart and pretty much up and down. Yep. Okay. Start over. And we're going to start with the skinny drill bit again, just in case there's a stud there. Alright, got my pilot holes drilled. Oh, which one of these was I using? I think it was this one. Boy, I'm going to have to clean in here. There's drywall dust now. Dang it. It's alright. You can never clean the bathroom too frequently. You know, this house is beat up enough. I actually get really relieved when I hammer something or push something really hard and I don't hear something falling somewhere else in the house. That was a bit of a relief. Poor house. Get this angle so you can see what I'm doing. Dang it. That's not what you want to have happen. Instead of screwing into the wall anchor, dang it. Dang, 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 dang. Now what am I going to do? Can I even tighten it? No, no, I've never had that happen before. But the wall anchor ended up inside the wall rather than staying snug. So I'm super not happy about that. But I think I have a trick that's going to work in this case. So I'm not entirely sure how I effed that up, but I did. So before we continue, I think what I'm going to do... Oh, it's not very wide. Dang it. That is going to show. Guess we're patching that. What I'm going to do is just go... If this one will stay, I'm just going to go ahead and go below and putting it like 3/4 of an inch lower isn't going to be aesthetically problematic. This is going to be aesthetically problematic. So that's more than I need. I'm going to have to figure that out. That one's going in tight, so I don't know what the deal was with the other one. Maybe I accidentally moved the drill bit too much while I was drilling the hole, since I was trying to be at a different angle. An inch apart. Just to be safe, I'm using that one size lower drill bit than the last one I tried. Good deal. Good thing I hit a stud or I wouldn't have had an extra wall anchor. Sometimes things just work out. Not usually, but sometimes. Yeah, that other one was just loose in there. I don't know how I did that. Nope, nope, nope. Don't fall on me. There we go. Alright, that's pretty snug. This little screw, let's get it not poking through. Slide onto the hardware. Now, if I were really trying to do this right, I would, of course, fix that. Okay, I moved you over here, so hopefully this is a little bit better angle. Should have done that in the first place. We're ready to put this on. Hey, it went right on there. Now we do the tedious part. Because Allen wrenches are annoying. I wonder how Allen wrenches got their name. Is there like a guy who's like capable but super annoying and they just were like, yeah, these are like, they do the job, but boy are they annoying, so let's call them Allen. I'll bet that's not actually how these got their name, but that's what I feel like happened. Close, but not quite. Go in there. Okay, that's tight enough. Well, check that out. We've got a towel rack. And now I see that nothing in this bathroom is square. This medicine cabinet is off square. Oh, my word. Yup. The actual What is with people? Anyway, no wonder the house feels like a fun house. Everything is like just at weird angles. Oh, this is awesome. Don't mind my ratty towel. I haven't been worried about pretty towels because, like, you know, the whole house is kind of ratty. There it is. And wash your hands and boom, there it is right there. Haha! This bathroom may be ugly, but it is becoming functional. Next is this doodad here. I'm gonna have to get a screwdriver because I don't have a bit this long. Alright. Screwdriver. There's really no need to replace this other than the sanitation factor. Wood is just not... Oh, look at that. They did not use the screws that this came with. They used little 1-inch or 3/4 inch screws. Oh yeah, look, that's... Oh, look how sanitary that is. Oh, can you see that? Oh, I'm glad I'm changing this. In fact, I'm gonna grab some cleaning solution and a paper towel and take care of this while it's all exposed. I don't want to show you that. Maybe I'll edit that out. Gross. Okay. Better looking, that's for sure. What is the inside thing called? Springy thingy? Oh, it wouldn't fit anyway. That's good to know. Oh. It's not the end with the hole. It is standard. Okay. Getting punchy. I just want to get a sense of how this would look. Should I do it up higher or lower or right in the middle? Is there a standard height for these things? I don't know. Yeah, I think roughly there. Tissue holder template. Doesn't really have marks on here for the clearance for this thing. So where did I want this? Maybe the edge of the paper is supposed to be the... Not really. Yeah, that's it. Right there. Now, how level is that? And in this situation, I'm going to make it even with the countertop so it doesn't look skewy. Oh, that's not making indentations. Done playing. Do I really want them this far apart? Yep, those are the marks. It's really warm in this bathroom. Okay, I don't think I need wall anchors for this because this is at the very least pressed wood and that's gonna hold some screws. Boy, I'm sitting down on the job, that's kind of handy. Oh, pilot holes, that would help. Boy, how much clearance do we have for this drawer? Oh, it's not a drawer, that's right. Isn't this fun? I love making things better and more functional and cleaner and prettier and matched set. Yeah, that's definitely going to be tight enough, I think. Must have got into some kind of support beam because that is a lot longer than the drill bit was. both on there pretty tight. Okay, now let's get these suckers. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, don't you just love awkward angles? Whole quarter turn done every time. There we go, there's a half turn. Yep. Ooh, are we getting snug? That's funny, it's still sticking out. That's weird. That's pretty tight. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be the last one. Yay, I'm so tired of these. Takes forever. It's just as well that the paper towel holder isn't attached to drywall because this is the one that gets handled the most. And having it be secure is probably really for the best. Why are you being so difficult? Let's get difficult. Difficult. Do you just, is it the wrong size? Just getting the wrong angle on it here. Okay. Oh, I think we've done it. Finally. I need to turn the air conditioner on, don't I? Moment of truth. Okay, so if you were paying attention better than I was, you saw that I managed to put these on backwards and the holes were not facing each other. So I was not done dealing with Allen wrenches, so I had to take them back off and put them back on, and now I'm just tightening them up. Triple checking, of course, that the holes are lining up with each other because I'm over it. My nails are all torn up from this, so, oh, it happens. It happens. All right. This little doodad isn't particularly attractive. It's just black plastic, but it's gonna look better than the silver plastic that was in there before. This is a little disconcerting. They really want it that wide apart, but that's what the template said. Maybe there are pieces, are there rolls of toilet paper that are wider? I know they're wider this way, but did they really get, I don't know. Maybe when they're really thick rolls, they need the brackets to be that far apart so that, because, I don't know. But there you have it. I'm going to clean this mess up and we'll do a pan with the matching hardware. So that's what we'll do. So here we have it. Working towel rack. Never mind the white smudges on the wall because we're not worried about that right now. We've got our towel ring and our toilet paper dispenser, and it all matches. And this guy is the whole reason we had to do any of this at all, because I just kind of live my life gingerly putting the towel on every time, wondering if this time is the one where I have to put it back on. So thanks for doing that with me today. It's a lot more fun when you've got somebody working with you. I'm sorry it's not a prettier finish. We've got patches on the wall, but this house is just, you know, it's gonna be an incremental improvement. So there you have it. We've got an absolutely stable, attractive looking towel rack. Didn't really take very long. So what projects are you working on, and what kind of issues do you have with towel racks? It's not an issue for me. This one is gonna stay put as long as I need it there. Thanks for doing that with me. Keep it handy. Thanks for watching. Keep it wild. And I will see you on the next episode of Love This House.